Me, so I see Michael Loveless has been at it again, spreading false light messages from the Pleiadians who seem to be nameless, trying to mislead other lightworkers. I happened across a video made of his channeling and it's hard not to find his work because it's so prolific. I don't understand why his work would be all over the internet because he's channeling the dark, and the only reason people even listen to this bullshit is because they're not very discerning. Special emergency mission began 3 days ago for the purpose of propelling all the starseeds here directly into the fifth dominion. This grand solar flash is due to happen in March. Conferring only with Pleiadian mission leaders, and not God, who is actually in charge of this operation, Loveless says that planet Earth's ascension has now been escalated to an all-out code red condition due to the critical nature of this ascension. Everything is to end by the projected date of March 21, 2019. He is saying this will be the closing of humanity's ascension event. No, it's just the beginning. If you believe that all will be wine and roses afterwards, you're wrong. He says 4.5 billion Earth starseeds will ascend at this time. He says it's the final 5D doorway for starseeds stationed on Earth, as if anyone can ascend to 5D at any time that they've done the work and they're ready. That's just the normal process of life. Hello. This is a trick to get starseeds to feel desperate that they're not going to make it and will be left behind on 4D Earth with, as Loveless calls it, the humans, who are now too far behind in their evolution. Humans on Earth have been too far behind in their evolution for thousands of years. It is called the dark manipulation of humanity and takeover of their consciousnesses, which of course, his channeling is just another attempt to do. He says the councils have said, "We have done all we can do now." Translation: we're abandoning you. It is further established that unconscious humans are now too far behind in their evolution and they just cannot catch up in time. This is not a race. We know there are Earthlings who belong on 3D timelines still on this planet. We lightworkers came here to be the first to be on 5D, yes, but not all of us are going to. Many are staying in 4D to help the humans who are too far behind, as Loveless claims them to be. How can you think of leaving these poor suffering people behind just so you can escape the misery they go through every day? We came here to help them, knowing we would be experiencing poor quality lives just like them. We volunteered to do that because we're stronger than they are and we can find our way out, but we're here to help teach them to do the same thing. Not all lightworkers are going to 5D, some are, yes. And they've done their work and are ready to go now. Some are staying to help the people of Earth learn how to love again. We're not all going to abandon them. The ascension is overdue. The ascension is not overdue. It is on time, as all things happen in their correct time. If you don't see this as the dark playing on your insecurities, you need to open your eyes. I have gotten to the point in this work that I don't listen to predictions of the event, the grand solar flash as he calls it, because the event just sounds way too boring for Mr. Loveless. The event will happen at the correct time. Perhaps different times on different timelines, but it will nonetheless. It is all divinely orchestrated, not the scary "let's hurry up and get there fast" this man is talking about. And for those of you who are thinking you're going to 5D and leaving behind all those humans who are too far behind in their evolution and they just cannot catch up in time, this is not something that lightworkers came here to do so that we could eventually abandon our tasks and leave those we came here to help behind. Please. Wake up. What's more, if I'm going to be abandoning my task, and I won't be, but if I were, I'd be going home to Vega, I'm not going to 5D Earth. Soren, I don't even think I can finish this video. Soren, please do. It would be a big help to us. I want to tell all the lightworkers we're hoping those going to 5D can finally go at the March solstice, but clearly this is an effort to trick you. Those going to 5D won't believe this, of course. Those who fall for these dark messages still have work to do. If you can be tricked by the dark, you're not going to 5D. Your frequency isn't high enough if they still can fool you. Sorry to tell you that. We have done all we can do now. Me, Soren, this one is huge. Soren, I know. We have far more to do to liberate planet Earth. We'll be working for many years yet. The dark influence on your 4D planet has insinuated itself into even your bodies, so there is no place on your planet devoid of its influence, unless you create that space for yourself and hopefully teach others in turn how to. So the point of this message is to spread lies, obviously. Soren, yes, he is throwing lightworkers off, lowering their vibration by spreading lies. Humans are beings of truth because love is truth, and when you listen to lies, it lowers your frequency. Which of course, puts you back into the dark's hands. They understand they've lost, but they're still not giving up. They'll fight to the last one to try to control your minds. And that's what this is. I don't even want to listen to the rest of it. We're on page 2 of this document already. Soren, please do. Star nations are scrambling, implying it's a disorganized effort. The galactics don't work that way. They have this planned and it's a well-coordinated plan. His implication that the star nations are scrambling clearly displays the dark's malicious attitude towards them. They would never respect anything the light does and speak of it in reverent terms because they despise the light and are incapable of respecting anyone. They just don't know what respect is, their frequency is too low. Onwards. Okay, now he says all upper 4D star seeds. Before he said, the 4.5 billion star seeds. He's assuming all star seeds are upper 4D? I doubt that. There are some still on 3D timelines. Soren, correct. He says for star seeds not to focus on anything in the 3D matrix no matter how dramatic it is, focus on your 5D ascension inner work. Some do this provided they have all the right spiritual tools. They can bypass 4D and raise their vibe to 5D levels. But most lightworkers, I find, are entrenched in duality, and why not? Because they were born into it. So we have to understand the matrix and how it controls our minds in order to free ourselves from it. Lies and disinformation is like poison to a human. When you believe them, it lowers your vibration back down. Which is what the dark wants. He calls it a last-minute distraction, and keep your focus on what you are doing here. I hardly call the enslavement of human consciousness for thousands of years, a last-minute distraction. Keeping your focus on what you're doing here. Sure, bringing the matrix down and opening the eyes of sleeping humans around you. That's what we're doing here. Soren, also, they don't want you listening to correct reports of the Alliance's work. The draining of the swamp and so forth. They want you to turn a blind eye to the truth. The dark would love to get rid of the lightworkers, even if they all went to 5D and left the sleeping earthlings behind. That would leave the dark with what they wanted in the first place. The lightworkers were sent here to work with the light, the Galactic Federation and our Pleiadian forces, and the dark would love to see you all leave and stop thwarting their plans. It's so obvious. Soren, not to all, unfortunately. How many minutes are we in on this video? 4 minutes. We still have 8 minutes of lies to hear. Soren, please continue. You're doing well. Okay. He says everything that can be done to stop you from ascending is being perpetrated against you. Here he points fingers at the media, space agencies, etc. as being the culprits, thus exonerating himself from the perpetrators. Nice try. He says you have to begin detoxifying your body of all lower energies, so I'd recommend turning the video off. If you've managed to listen this long. Soren, it's hard to listen to this. He says you have to align your frequency now to align with 5D gamma energy. Oh sure, just like that. Snap of the fingers. Soren, again, unlikely if you haven't done the work already. I believe this message is trying to trap those who are going to stay in 4D. Perhaps even fool them into thinking they've ascended to 5D. Sure, but when the family they were all too happy to leave behind are still there, behaving as a compromised 3D earthling would, they're going to think this whole ascension is a sham on March 22nd. Soren, so you see the deep-rooted impact of these lies. I can't figure out why so many people listen to him. I see that he uses a lot of superlatives in his work and creates a feeling of drama, Like the special emergency mission, not the mission or the all-out code red condition. Just all panic stuff. I don't put any post in my group that would incite fear. That's what trolls do. One tried to post the other day, "What does everyone think about the Matrix and cancer?" Like two totally unrelated subjects. It didn't sound like the poster particularly cared about either, just wanted to scare people or start arguing. Which is what these posts are for. I know that galactics don't use superlatives, create drama and sound over the top at all when they channel. If they talk about anything in the superlative, it's love. Ivo is very matter-of-fact, so is Akon. Ashtra and Adama channel messages of love, so does Myra. If they go over the top on any descriptions, it's loving descriptions. They don't do emergency missions or have code red conditions. This is all done to increase your adrenal while reading the post. The galactics have this well in hand. There's nothing to panic about. They're also beings of peace, so they don't do panic messages. They're not fear-based. Soren, and this is true. There is nothing to panic about. This is all going in the best timing. It is going according to vibration, and so the higher the vibration of the lightworkers, the quicker ascension will progress. It's all based on the humans on Earth and their vibration. We can't push you to ascend more quickly. It's your decision. Me, so what about these incoming energies? I know they've been speeding up my ascension quite a bit. Soren, of course. They will do that. But we galactics can't do that. We can send you energies upon your request, but unless you ask we can't interfere with your frequency levels. Only when asked, then we're not interfering with your free will. To send you energy collectively even, we can't do. Not without your permission. You can establish a carte blanche request, a blanket request to have energies sent whenever you need them without your specifically asking, yes, but we need your permission. Me, there are beings sending energy to this earth. Soren, yes, there are. But it's not to each of you specifically or to lightworkers as a group. Only to the earth in general, and she is happy to receive this life-giving energy. Me, okay. Here's more panic. Time is running out and the window for catching up is closing. Hurry up because you're going to be left behind is what he's indicating. Hasn't it already been established who's going to 5D and who's staying? Soren, yes. You're already designated and your contracts specify your tasks and which Earth you'll work on after the event. So don't panic. Wherever you are, you'll be in the right place. Me, oh. Now he's saying not to focus on people of Earth but only on your ascension work. What do you think your ascension work encompasses? He's telling lightworkers to be really selfish. We are here to be service to others, not service to self. So anything you can do to help others on Earth now and every day is part of your light work. Don't listen to that. I can't finish this video, Soren. Soren, please try. You can hear the deception, many can't. They need to hear your comments. Me, okay. That's part of my light work, I guess. Service to others. Soren, smiling, yes. Me, he says it's impossible for unconscious humans to handle the large gamma waves coming in. So what do they do then? I'll keep listening. We'll see what he has in mind. So now he's promising nirvana to those going to 5D. How important is it for you to be happy, in love, healthy, free and in perfect peace? Do you think that anyone who doesn't have this in their life now at February 19th is going to be able to ascend in a month and achieve these things? Because only if you have these things will you be able to move on. For me, I can't be happy knowing there are people still suffering on this planet. So I'll stay and help the 4Ds. He's making 5D sound really selfish, to be honest. I'm sure they're not. While they're here in 4D Earth they're sending their high energies out which have helped people on the planet. Oh, the other thing. He owns a business, doesn't he? I think I saw on his profile he's a counselor of sorts, helping lightworkers of course in their ascension. I don't even have to verify that. Like I keep saying, money is its own incentive. He needs cash, people. If he's getting work from this message is not only dark, it's highly manipulative. He's trying to scare people into booking sessions with him. Now that would be scary. Soren, yes. Me, OMG. He asks, is it important for you to experience heaven or can you tolerate hell? He says 4D is hell. Well, if you're in your higher mind, it's not hell. If you're in your lower mind it can be very uncomfortable. I sense a lot of manipulation here. Soren, of course. They clearly want everyone to think they're in 5D when they won't be going there. They want you to be very disappointed on March 22nd. They want you to feel discouraged. Me, he says that the Pleiadians, who refer to themselves as angelic forces LOL, just ask them and they'll work quickly to lift you up. Yes, asking is good. Soren, it's your work to do, not ours. Me, he's saying something with some truth. You can't go to 5D by holding on to lower vibratory 3D behaviors. That's true. But then he blames us for hanging on to them, when in fact they're being piped into our heads via mind control and we're being prompted to act them out. Yes, it is our job to change even under these circumstances. Lightworkers are strong enough to fight mind control. But it's not easy. Soren, true. Blaming you is a dark ploy. They continue to try to behave as if they don't exist and then tell you not to worry about the Matrix, just try to get to 5D in a month. Me, LOL. I can hear the theme to Mission Impossible. I've never heard of anyone who's left duality overnight. You notice here they're not saying how to get to 5D in 30 days either. Of course, I'm sure he'll tell you how if in fact there is a way, which I doubt, for a price. I'm beginning to suspect these channelings are just an advertisement for his business. Soren, no. Don't give anyone the secret. Just assume they know how. Because many still don't. Me, do you not know the unbelievable cost of what you are doing? Oh my God. Now he's just really blaming everyone. He's admonishing the lightworkers for the unbelievable cost of what they're doing. Oh my God. Those are not loving Pleiadians speaking to help guide us, that's for sure. Soren, no, it's not us. We'd never speak to you that way. Me, oh my God. He says, please do not make excuses and we must get moving. I'm stunned. They'd never speak to us that way. Never. Do you see the bad rap they're trying to lay on the Pleiadians? Oh my God. I'm just shocked. Soren, we don't speak to you like that. We'd never blame or shame you. That's a dark tactic. Me, now he's talking about life as something you have to run from. Head for the door in front of you, leave now, hurry. 5D is the nirvana you seek. Honest to God. We don't have much time to teach it all now to everyone, so grab the basics and please get busy this day. What the hell? Never would a light speak to us that way. That is totally beyond them to tell us to get busy now. I didn't even have Earth teachers who were so blunt with me. My God. Soren, people follow this man. Me. I can't believe it. Soren, you channel them. You know how they speak to you. Me, and I put the videos and books out for people to see how they talk to me. Ivo would never tell me to get busy. He's grateful for everything I do. So is Ashtar. They use love to motivate me if I need that at all. Soren, of course. Admonishing someone to get busy and do their work is not our way. Encouraging them lovingly would be more our way. Me, he says, I came to be with you so you can be where I am. Nothing arrogant about that. He puts himself right above everyone else, again no humility whatsoever. All ego. Oh my God. I am the great Soren and I channel to you lowly beings so you can be where I am. I call upon divine beings of light to give you messages to get your butts into gear and hurry so you don't get left behind. I don't think so. There isn't an ounce of humility in his message. 5Ds are humble, they don't have arrogant shadows anymore. They're there to serve, not to laud their supposed greatness over anyone's head. 5D humans are like 5D galactics and I've worked with them and know how loving they are. They have no negative ego. So if anyone's message stinks of negative ego, they're channeling the dark. Soren, exactly. I see you're very discerning. Ashtar was right to put me onto you. Me, I love him. Soren, you can see very easily that this is a dark message. I'm hoping by our comments others can too. Me, fact is, Soren, I know people who can read him and they can't even look at the man, he's so dark. I wish all other lightworkers the same abilities. Don't worry, on March 22nd, you're not being left behind if this in fact is the grand day. Who knows? The only thing we can do is wait, and when it happens know that it's happened. There have been way too many predictions of the event already. Unless these predictions align with different timelines, then they're just false predictions. Soren, so you have to be discerning. Know wherever you are, you're loved. We're here to help you, to communicate with you, to love you. We can't do anything else but love. Ascension is a process, it's not a race to the finish line. Life is eternal and so are you. You haven't failed at anything. Just keep going and know you're supported. Please don't listen to fraudsters like this man. Listening to lies blocks your chakras. Me, I'll have to do a clearing on mine today. Soren, sorry to put you through that, but I know you're strong. Me, yes. Thank you. Any last comments, Soren? I'm up to 5 typed pages, so this will be a long video. Soren, no, just know we love you and we're waiting for you to see us. Come out into your backyards at nighttime and ask us to show ourselves. We love you. We respect and admire you for the work you do and the sacrifices you've made. Me, bye, love. Soren, with love, I say goodbye Sharon, and thank you again.